So you're thinking about dropping a couple $100 on a 4K PTZ bundle and you're not totally sure it's the right fit for your house, your garage, or your Airbnb. I get it, most of us have bought a camera that looked great on paper and then spent the next month wrestling with menus and blurry footage. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. This REOLINK 4K PTZ kit is one of the few bundles where the cameras actually move on their own, which is either exactly what you need or a total waste of money. If you've got wide open spaces, driveway, backyard, large yard, or you want one camera to cover multiple angles without the clutter of 4 fixed domes, the 360 pan and 90 tilt plus 16 optical zoom means you can literally zoom in on a license plate from across the street. That's not just marketing talk. The 3D zoom function lets you crop into the 4K feed without losing the whole scene, which is something a lot of 1080p PTZs can't do. Night vision is where most outdoor cameras stumble, but REOLINK gives you 2 modes. The default IR kicks in around 30 to 40 feet and stays usable until about 60 feet, but if you switch to starlight mode you'll see color up to roughly 30 feet in true darkness. The trade-off is that starlight needs a little ambient light, so if your yard is pitch black you'll still fall back to IR and the image turns monochrome. If you're okay with that limitation, the flexibility is nice. If you need round-the-clock color, you'll probably want a floodlight camera instead. Setup is the part that actually matters after you open the box. The NVR is PoE, so you run one Ethernet cable per camera to the recorder, power it over the cable, and the system auto-detects everything. No port forwarding, no cloud fees, no extra apps to configure, just plug and play. That said, the NVR only has 16 channels, so if you ever want to add more cameras later you'll need to stick with REOLINK's own models. If you're locked into one brand long-term, that's fine. If you like mixing brands, this bundle locks you in. Auto-tracking is the feature that sounds gimmicky until you see it in action. The camera will lock onto a person or vehicle and follow them as they move, which is surprisingly useful for driveways or front doors. It's not perfect. Fast-moving cars can briefly lose the lock, and pets under 20 pounds sometimes disappear into the grass, but for human-sized targets it works well enough to justify the price bump over fixed cameras. Just don't expect it to replace a dedicated motion sensor system. Stabilization matters more than you'd think. If you mount this on a wooden fence or a post that gets bumped by wind, the footage can get shaky. REOLINK's digital stabilization helps, but it's not optical, so in heavy gusts you'll still see some jitter. If your install location is solid, you'll never notice. If you're bolting it to a thin metal pole, consider a heavier mount. Who should buy this? If you need one versatile camera to watch a large outdoor area, want 4K detail without a subscription, and don't mind the occasional night vision trade-off, this bundle is a solid choice. It's also a good fit if you're managing a rental property and want plug-and-play local storage so renters can't delete footage. Who should skip it? If you only have small, tight spaces like a narrow side yard or a single parking spot, for fixed bullet cameras will give you better coverage for less money. If you need 24/7 color night vision without any ambient light, look at a floodlight model instead. And if you're not comfortable running Ethernet cables, the Wi-Fi versions of these cameras exist, but the PTZ Wi-Fi models don't have the same zoom range. The biggest practical weakness is the menu system on the NVR itself. It's functional but dated, and navigating playback feels like using a VCR from 2005. If you're comfortable with tech, you'll adapt. If you want a modern app experience, this isn't it. Bottom line, if you need a single high-zoom, auto-tracking camera for wide outdoor coverage and you're okay with the night vision quirks and the clunky NVR interface, this bundle delivers. If you're better off with fixed cameras or floodlights, save the cash. Check the link in the description if you want to see the latest price and bundle details.